These things take time, and if we're to do them properly, Gaming Minister Obi Wilchcombe says we must go through the process of research, analyzing, and figuring out. While many Bahamians scoff at the idea that they still will not be able to gamble in casinos once the new gaming bill passes, the minister says governments work in such a way that when they act, they have to ensure it's in the best interest of the country.
Further research, sustainability of the existing business. You must remember this. In our country, the hobby household was closed down. That was daily gambling. When we allowed for casino gambling, the point was to allow for an amenity for tourists to get the foreign direct capital from the tourist. Now, as you look at what we're going to do in the future, it all determines where we're going to go. We have to get to the point where we're sure that's the thing we want to do, that we can sustain it. The average Bahamian is only saving around $800 right now. That's a very serious thing. We got to think about what we're doing before we go there. Then the next thing you know, we're in trouble.
It's been the biggest bone of contention ever since the gaming issue arose. Why is it that Bahamians can't gamble in casinos, and what's keeping tourists from over the hill and away from web shops? Minister Wilchcombe says while some may think it takes just the stroke of a pen to reverse these decisions, they're much more complicated than that.
Those who argue, do it now, well, they haven't done the research. That's all impressionistic views. That's all their personal views or a populist view they want to follow. That's not the right view. You have to move with information. When we were dealing with the web shops, we had to do a tremendous amount of research. We had to find out how many people are participating. The truth is you'll find that you have people participating in one web place, one web house, more than people who voted in the referendum.
He told reporters Thursday that Singapore, a country that recently raked in $3 billion from its casinos only after introducing them in 2005, came here to the Bahamas looking for advice on how to run them. Minister Wilchcombe says the government knows what it's doing, but some things just will not happen overnight.
So the research will determine where we go next. That's what will determine it. The sustainability, the growth of our casino industry, the web shops and their sustainability to ensure that they are complying with everything we're doing and whether or not that's the next step to take. But we're in a gradual process that we believe is the right way to go.
And Minister Wilchcombe says although it's been tabled, there's still some work being done on that bill.
We are waiting now for the audited accounts, which will come after the RFP. The audited accounts will in fact determine the real numbers that we're going to put in terms of taxes. We're starting with a particular amount because we must, but we intend to revisit after we've looked at the numbers after a true audit is completed, and that will only take place after the request for proposal, which they have to make and swear an affidavit to, and then we will make some further decisions.
For JCN News, I'm Anthea Smith.